Hey guys, so today I want to talk about a big thing that's talked about oftentimes in a dating culture and on the internet, that being the nice guy and bad boy dynamics. Now, I just want to give my perspective on this topic and where I stand in line because I think I might have a little bit of a unique perspective. Um, And what people often say, right, is the nice guy. Let's go on the dating example. The nice guy is the guy who just feels like being with this girl, whoever he has, just that she's the greatest thing in his life. He feels like it's such an honor to be with her that he'll do anything to stay with her, even if it comes to compromising his morals, compromising his own self-respect, his values, and he'll do anything to the point where he becomes less of himself, right? Because he's giving up that self-respect. She can the evidence can be all right there that she's clearly talking to someone else, and he'll just ignore it because he lacks self-respect. Like, for instance, let's say there was a dude who before getting in a relationship with this girl says, "Hey, I don't like my girl going to the club." And let's say they get on into the relationship, been dating a few months, and then she wants to go to the club. He's going to feel like, because it's such an honor to be with her, and he feels like, just, man, she has so much leverage in the relationship, that he's going to now say, "Oh, it's fine, baby. You can go to the club with your friends. It's no big deal," because he knows that she has more leverage. And he, being the nice guy and not having that self-respect for himself, is going to allow her to just go to the club and probably hook up with other dudes and stuff, and just he compromised his morals. Okay, he's being the nice guy, like we said. Now, going into the bad boy mentality, usually they'll say that this is the guy who usually treats the girl like dirt. Probably isn't always answering her texts immediately, and when he does answer, only answers her for a booty call or something like that. um, will not let her go out to the club with her friends, and just overall, really kind of comes with that kind of nonchalant, also slash mean kind of attitude towards the girl, and treats her less than, right? And on the internet, you'll hear that girls will treat the bad boys better than the nice guys, right? And to a certain extent, I agree with that. But here's where my perspective is a little bit different. The only thing that I feel like that the nice guy is missing is he lacks he lacks a spine. Okay? He lacks a voice for himself. He won't stand up for himself. He won't say what's on his mind. If there is something he does not like, then he will not speak up about it. That's all that he's missing. Because we're humans, right? We all like nice, lovely, warm, welcoming people, right? No, none of us really, truly in our hearts want to be around jerks, right? We all do not like that. But the nice guy gives that. So why do we treat him like dirt? He lacks self respect for himself, he lacks that spine. So it's not the fact that he's nice, it's the fact that he won't stand up for himself. Like, it is very good to be nice. Like I said, we all want that. But when lines are crossed, when your boundaries have been crossed, and someone in the relationship is doing something to you, you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to call that out. Again, the girl going to the club thing, if you do not like that, if you do not agree with that, do not just let that slip by. You feel me? Say, hey girl, um, I love you, I appreciate you, but this is one of my values, and I do not like my girl who goes to the club or parties. And if she cannot respect that, then the relationship is over. Now let's take a little break from the relationship. There's many other relationship things I'm sure you can think about, but let's talk about other simple stuff like let's go to family. Let's say you and your wife had your first kid, right? And let's say maybe your grandparent, or yeah, they're your kid's grandparent now is they're doing something to the kid, maybe something they're teaching them, maybe a way of parenting this kid of yours that they're doing that you just don't like, you don't agree with, right? Or maybe it's not about the kid. Maybe it's about your mother, your father does not like your spouse and treats them like dirt. Again, now you love your mom and your dad. But again, where it comes to where you stand up for yourself is when you say, "Listen, mama, dada, now this kid is mine, and I don't agree with how you're when we leave you alone with my daughter or my son, I do not agree with the way you're parenting them or the structure, the environment you're giving them. You have every right to say that. You got to stand up for yourself." And again, like your spouse, if they don't like your spouse, they treat them like dirt. You say, "Listen, mama, dada, I love you, but the way you treat my spouse, I do not appreciate it. So I'm going to distance myself from you." Friendships, if your friend is doing something you do not like, or they're living a lifestyle that you do not appreciate, stand up for yourself and like, "Hey man, I don't like the fact that you call me this name. I know it may come from a joking manner, but for me, this maybe hurts. I'll just be real with you, like that joke hurts me. If they're your true friend, they'll respect that and stop calling you that name." Or there's this activity that your friends always participate in, smoking, drinking, whatever, or maybe video games. Maybe you hate playing video games or something, you feel it's a waste of time. You say, "Hey man, I love hanging with you, kicking it with you, shooting the breeze, but I don't like doing whatever blank activity. So man, if I kick it with you, can we do this instead?" or something like that. Again, you have your boundaries, you have your parameters of what you allow in a relationship with people. And notice all the ways that I demonstrated this is you're not coming from it like mean or harsh. You're just saying, "Hey, I love you, I respect you, you're an important person in my life, but whatever you're doing is bothering me, and I would like it if you stop. And if you can't stop, or you're just hard set on your way or no other way, then I'm going to remove myself from the situation." So again, man, it's in relationships, romantic ones, families, friends, maybe your job. I think you guys get the idea. It's not about being nice. It's about having the ability to stand up for yourself, speak your mind, and say what it is that's on your heart. Because if you don't stand up for yourself, everyone's going to walk all over you, right? It's like what we say. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. And in this case, once you fall, everyone's just going to walk all over you. So stand up for yourself, man. Be kind and be respectful, but stand up for yourself. You're worth too much. Have respect for yourself. Thank you.